My name's Katie. If you don't know me, I'm the owner of BG Fitness, and this is Balance with Bells, your 12-week strength and conditioning program. We are going to go through an upper body workout today. We're going to get nice and sweaty, push ourselves, challenge ourselves. Let's jump into our workout. We're going to get into the 6 components of an effective workout. We're going to do our movement prep, do our CNS connection, work on some technique. We're going to swing the kettlebell today, make a really good foundation for that swing, and then we're going to get into our mains, our spice, which is like our accessory work, more of our isolated work, and then cool down. It should take about 40 minutes to get through this workout, so let's get started. All right, so first with our movement prep, we're going to get down into a plank position and do our plank into a toe tap. So down on all fours into tabletop, push up into plank. Remember to tuck the bum, and then belly button to spine, connect the core, all right? We're gonna walk our hands back, touch our toe, slight bend in the knees, and walk it back into plank. Opposite side, and walk it back. Okay, 10 reps here. Take as many steps with the hands as you need. I like to just take one big walk back with the same hand as leg I'm going to touch. Tap the toe and then walk it back out. Really warming up in the core and the shoulders here. Getting ready for some overhead presses, some windmills, all that good stuff. Awesome, guys. Okay, take a quick break, shake it out. Next is called a scapular push-up, and this can be hard for a lot of people to kind of like grasp the concept if you're not really in tune with being able to isolate certain areas of your body when you're contracting different muscle groups. So it might feel like you're doing a lot, but it doesn't look like you're doing much. So I'm going to just demonstrate here from my knees. So get into a push-up position, either on your knees or in a plank position. And all you're gonna do is kind of release through the chest, bring the chest down to the ground, and just let that scapular region fall and squeeze the shoulder blades together and then push it back up. So my elbows stay straight the entire time. Sink down and drive through. It's a very small movement, but it isolates those little muscles in the back to get them firing and ready to work for us today. Okay, if you're feeling good, you can try it from your toes instead of your knees. All right, maybe 3 more reps. Last one. Drive it up. Good stuff, guys. Now we're going to get into our crab reach. So down on your mat, bum on the ground. Feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Okay, place one hand, fingers away from you. Opposite arm, put that elbow to hand vertically in front of you, and we're just going to push from the hips. Feet planted on the floor, and we're going to reach behind you, okay? Stretching out this whole left side, okay? Up, as far as you feel comfortable, and bring it back down. Okay, 5 here. Push from the hips. 4, last one. And 5. Everything moves in one solid motion. Other side. Okay, feeling that rotation in the spine. Up through the glutes. Squeeze at the top. Okay, nice big twist. Don't overdo it. We're just warming up still. Last one. Oh, good job. All right. Our last part of movement prep is our kettlebell kneeling windmill. Grab a kettlebell. Get into your kneeling position, and you're going to put one foot up and out to the side, open up that hip, okay? If you haven't learned a kettlebell clean yet, you can just take the bell, support the bottom, and lift it up into rack position, okay? If you're pretty familiar with the kettlebell clean, you can clean it up, okay? So again, support the bottom and just roll it around onto your forearm, okay? Keeping this line from your elbow to your last knuckle and your pinky, all one. We don't want to crack in the wrist when we're holding the kettlebell. Stay nice and strong, nice and tight, okay? Drive this bell up overhead into our press. We're gonna reach down our thigh, looking up at the kettlebell, keeping the elbow locked the entire time, sitting back in the glutes, and then down to the elbow. Good. Feel that stretch through the hips. Never taking your eye off the bell, never unlocking the elbow. Back up to straight. Okay, back down, guide through the thigh, hand on the ground, down to the elbow. Feel that stretch through the hips. Okay, keep the core tight. And stand up. Remember to breathe. Okay, last one. And up. Good job, guys. Switch sides. Okay, support the bell, clean it up into rack, and drive overhead. If you've never taken a kettlebell overhead before, or you're not used to pressing overhead with the kettlebell, you can always start your windmill with body weight and just pretending that there's a weight there to start, okay? So look up at the bell, guide the hand down, make sure that elbow stays locked, hand to the ground, down to the elbow, hand, and rotate through. Good. Core tight, sit back, hand, elbow, squeeze, and squeeze. Good stuff. Okay, we're gonna get into our CNS connection now. This is where we get the heart rate up, connect our mind with our body, and get ready to work and really push some weight, okay? So we wanna make sure that when we're here, we're in the gym, we're focused on what we're doing, and we're ready to go. So we're gonna some nice quick mountain climbers, some half burpees, and then jump into some pogo jumps, okay? So down on the ground for 20, into that plank position, knees in nice and quick. 18, 19, 20, good half burpee. You jump it in into your squat, get into position, stay nice and low, hands plant back down, jump into plank. Squat, squat, jump into plank. Five, we're gonna do 5 more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, last one. Make it count. 5. Good, stand it up. 20 pogo jumps, nice and light on the feet. Push for the ceiling. Good, and rest. Shake it out. Grab a drink. Okay guys, one more time through. We're gonna jump down into our mountains, half burpees, and into our pogo jumps. I feel like probably the first time we run through something that's a little bit quicker, you're kind of watching me and trying to figure it out. So I'd like to do a second set just to really solidify those movement patterns for you guys. Make sure you're getting the most bang for your buck, okay? So 20 mountain climbers down on the ground. Let's go. Quick knees. Good. 10 half burpees. Let's go. Four more. 10. Stand it up, right into your pogo jumps. Let's go for 20. Shake it out. Grab a quick drink. You silly boy. Okay guys, for our technique today, we are going to add on to what we did in our last class. If you haven't done that yet, you can go to the previous video, and what we worked on there was our kettlebell drag. So just learning how to load the bell properly, how to feel the weight through our hips before we explode forward. And then we also did a couple of swings with a reset just to get in the swing of things. But today we are going to do a two-handed kettlebell swing, swinging the bell continuously, and for about 6 to 8 reps. We're gonna go through 3 sets, okay? So I'm just gonna remind you guys how to do your setup. So with our deadlift, we're over top of the bell. With the swing, we take a nice step back, all right, so that we have to reach forward. We're going to crack at the hips, okay, bend in the knees, weight in our heels, bring our bum back and down, reach forward, and get that bell on a tilt, ready to go. All right, my gaze is nice and low, out in front of me, all right, so I'm not looking down at the bell, and I'm not have my neck cranked up like this. All right, so nice, one straight line from the tip of my head all the way down to the lower part of my spine, okay? For that hike, I'm gonna hike the bell through my legs, all right? And it's almost like I'm trying to hide it and tuck it away through my thighs, all right? And as soon as you're in that bottom of your hike, you're gonna explode your hips forward, okay? From here, explode the hips forward, stand tall at the top. That force from your glutes and your hips is gonna drive the kettlebell upwards. And it's gonna land somewhere around here depending on how much force you exert with your hips. So the kettlebell is gonna go up. You're gonna feel it almost be weightless here for a second. Then gravity is gonna take it back down. We're gonna be patient, staying nice and loose in our arms, elbows straight, waiting to catch the bell down at the bottom, all right? Again, exert your force with your thrust. Thrust, arms go up, gravity catches, we're gonna be patient, and catch at the bottom, okay? Thrust, arms go up, patient, and catch at the bottom. So I'm gonna demonstrate a few times with the kettlebell, and then whenever you guys are ready, you jump in for 8 reps with the two-handed swing, okay? So down in ready position, load those glutes, reach forward, hike it back. Stand tall at the top. Nice big exhale at the top. Patient and catch. Patient, catch. Okay? And rest when you're ready. All right, take a nice little water break, and we'll go back for 2 more sets. If you're feeling lower back pain, it could be because you're not bending in your knees enough and not loading the glutes. So you're ending up in like a tabletop position with your knees too straight and your hamstrings loaded, but the glutes are vulnerable, your lower back is vulnerable. So bend in the knees, stick that bum out, and load back here. and forward, okay? One more set. Let's go. On a tilt, ready to hike. Tuck it away. Two more. Good, and rest. All right, grab a drink. So when you swing the kettlebell, when you're in that top position, you don't want to be overextending through the thrust, because that's where you're going to get a lot of back issues as well. Just a nice neutral stance at the top, tight core, all right? Butt squeezed at the top and back down, okay? So we're not overextending like this. All right, last set, let's make it count. Into that ready position, load the glutes, drive the feet through the floor, hike the bell, let's go. Two more. And rest. Awesome job, shake it out. All right, so for our mains today, we're gonna get into a push-pull series. We're gonna do an offset kettlebell push-up. You can do it from your feet in a full push-up or down on your knees, depending on how you feel. We're gonna do 6 reps per side there, and then jump into our gorilla row. So you can do a gorilla row with dumbbells if you have them, or you can do them with kettlebells. And again, our rep ranges are around 8 to 10 reps. Okay, so for the offset kettlebell push-up, we're putting our kettlebell down on the side. So your palm of your hand is on the bell and the other hand is on the floor. Okay, nice straight line from the knees to the top of the head, down deep into that push-up for 1, 4, 2 more, and 6, and then we're gonna switch sides. So if you have to, bring that bell over, get it planted nicely, and other side. For 1, 3, you're gonna feel nice and deep in that side of the chest that has the kettlebell. 5, 1 more. For 6. Good job. And like I said, if you'd like to do that from a full push-up, feel free. All right, we're gonna get into our gorilla row. For the first set, go a little bit lighter, see how you feel with the rep range, and then the second and third set, you should be ready to go, ready to challenge yourself and be lifting the appropriate weight. Okay. So for the gorilla row, nice wide stance, feet turned out, standing like a gorilla. We're gonna reach down for our bells, keep the back nice and flat, bend in the knees. Again, if you have dumbbells here, you're gonna be a little bit lower to the ground, but no difference in your starting stance or position. So when you pick up one kettlebell, you're gonna push away with the other kettlebell, hiking this bell into the socket, elbow stays tight to the side, all right, and back down. So let's try for 8 to 10 reps here. Nice and quick up, slow and controlled down. All right, I got 2 more in me. Keep going. Good, and shake it out. All right. Between exercises, you want to take a nice rest period. So take about a minute, stretch it out, okay? So that we can give it our all in our next set of push-ups. So last set I had the bell, the handle facing me, and it felt a little bit wobbly. I'm going to try with the bell facing the other way for this set. So that's what I love about this. It's all trial and error, doing what feels good for you. I can guide you through a workout and give you the sets, the rep ranges, all that good stuff, but ultimately you have to take what you need, works for your body. You know your body best. So if I have programmed 3 sets here and you're good for 2 for today, then take 2, take some rest, and then move on to the next component with us, okay? Everybody is in a different place in their life, so. All right, guys. Try for 5 to 6 reps on one side, and then we're gonna switch it over. One more. Awesome, and switch sides. Good, working all those little stabilization muscles in the chest here. Stabilize that bell. Core nice and tight for 5. Good job, guys. Whew, stretch it out. Get ready for those rows. This is a superset, and we're working opposing muscle groups. So you should be able to jump right into your gorilla row and then take a nice rest. All right. Let's do this. Nice wide stance. I'm covered in something. All right. Okay. Glutes loaded, ready to go. Core nice and tight. Push this opposite kettlebell through the floor as you pick up the opposite bell. And relax. Whew, good stuff, guys. We got one more set left. Then we're gonna jump into our spice. We got a triplet there for 2 sets, and then we're gonna cool it down. All right, we're almost there. If you wanna modify this push-up, you could always just go down to a regular kind of like your basic body weight push-up that isn't offset. All right, if you're at a point where you're not doing floor push-ups, you can always do push-ups off of a wall or off of a box, so more of an incline push-up. So take what you need, get positioned how you can still do the motion of the exercise, and you'll be in good shape. All right? All right. Down on the ground. And ready to go for 5. Good stuff. Shake it out. Move that bell over. All right, guys, 5 reps here and we're done with our push-ups. Make it count. Let's go. Last one, push. Nice. All right. This is it, guys. This is the thick of it. This is the part that starts to burn. You start to feel a little bit fatigued. This is the part of the workout where I get a little bit discouraged and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to move on to the next thing, or I'm ready to be done, get on with my day. But this is when it counts, all right? When you're feeling like this is what you need to be doing. Pushing yourself hard, staying consistent, doing the same things over and over again, and getting better every single day. So we don't want it to get boring, but it's got to be challenging, okay? It's got to suck for it to get better. All right, last set of gorilla rows, one of my favorite exercises for just all around core. If you're not feeling it in here, you're not doing something right, okay? So nice and tight through here, full, feel that pull, okay? Nice bent knees, flat back, nice and tight. Push with the left, pull with the right. Let's go for 8. Eight, good job, and relax. All right, put those away, grab a drink, and I'm gonna get set up for our spice while you do that. So we're gonna do some overhead presses. If you haven't learned the clean yet with the kettlebell, I suggest using dumbbells for your overhead press. If you have been working with the kettlebells a lot and you know how to clean them up, we're just going to be doing a double overhead press and back down. All right, then we're going to get right into our renegade row, which we did in our last upper body workout. Amazing exercise for back, core strengthening. All right, and then we're going to get into some leg raises with a reach. Nice, slow, and controlled. We're going to do that 2 times through and then get into our cool down, okay? So just for demonstration purposes today, I'm going to use the 20-pound dumbbells for our overhead press. For the rows, the renegade rows, you can use dumbbells or you can use kettlebells. All right, so let's get into our overhead press from standing today. Be careful picking up your dumbbells, nice flat back. All right, into a bicep curl, and we're gonna get ready to push, okay? 6 to 8 reps. Okay, this is 6 for me. Good, I'm feeling it. I'm gonna do a little push press here, bend in the knees. Drive those dumbbells up. One more. Push through, guys. That's it. All right. So that was with our dumbbells, and then the next set I'll show with kettlebells. 6 reps per side, so we're gonna go for 12 here. All right. Nice neutral stance, bum tucked, core tight. Pull right into your side for 12. Let's go. Hips stay parallel as you can. 4 more. Good job, guys. Stretch it out. Awesome work. Okay, I'm going to put these dumbbells away because I'm going to use the kettlebells. And we're going to get into our leg raise with a reach. Okay. Legs go up. Okay. Hands come up. Nice big exhale. Reach for the toes. Back down. Legs, arms, reach. Good. Nice, slow and controlled. Good, 2 more. Good job, guys. Okay, taking a couple nice deep breaths here. We're gonna get into our last set. And I'm going to work with the kettlebells for this set. It's interesting because over the last year, I've been working primarily with the kettlebells, and just using those 20-pound dumbbells completely changed the exercise for me in terms, it's not quite the same weight as the 8 kilos and the 20 pounds are a little bit different. The way that the iron is casted just feels a little bit different. I feel way more efficient, I guess, with the kettlebells than I do the dumbbells. So it's good to challenge yourself with different modalities of strength training, just incorporating different things all the time to just keep your body sort of guessing and challenge yourself. And the slightest difference can help you progress over time. So just keep that in mind when you're changing up your exercises or looking for variations to your training. All right, kettlebells. So what I was saying is that if you haven't worked with the kettlebells and you haven't done kettlebell cleans yet, doing a dual kettlebell clean at this point might be a little bit much. I don't want you to hurt your forearms, so that's why I said just use the dumbbells for now. Bicep curl into your shoulders and then do your press. All right, but for those of you that have done kettlebell cleans and worked with them quite a bit, I'm going to demonstrate with the kettlebells. All right, so get them up into rack position. Okay, nice and tight wrists stabilized so they're not broken. All right, nice and tucked in and driving from the core, push the feet through the ground. 6 to 8 reps. Let's go. Six, 7, one more, 8. Oh, good job. All right, ready for the renegade row. down on the ground. Make sure you're on a stable surface for these rows with the kettlebell. Walk the feet back. Okay, I put my kettlebells a little bit closer together than my dumbbells so that I'm feeling like they're right underneath me. Okay, hips stay parallel to the ground. So when we row, we're not shifting in our hips back and forth. All right, nice and tight. All right, guys, last set here. Push hard, make it count. Two more if you got two more in ya. Let's go. Last one. Good job. Put the kettlebells away, down into our leg raises. Okay, really connecting with our core here, taking it slow, keeping the small of our back glued to the ground, and remembering to breathe through this exercise, okay? The goal here is to reach for the toes. Good work. Oh, give your legs a little hug. Nice big inhale and exhale. All right, guys, we're gonna get into our cool down. Just hitting a couple yoga poses here into tabletop position. All right, we're gonna curve the spine wherever your knees feel comfortable. All right, if you wanna go nice and wide with it, you can, or keep it in a little bit so that your knees are under your hips. All right, I just like to rock back and forth into child's pose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good, now we're gonna reach this arm over. Really feel that stretch through the back on the right side. If your hips feel a little bit sticky here, open it up a little bit. Okay, stay in this position. Stay in this position. Good, and switch sides. Good, when you're breathing here, in through the nose, out through the mouth, elongate that exhale. Let the belly fall to the floor, release the core, and just sink into the mat. Good job, guys. Come up to tabletop position. Okay, we're just gonna round out the spine, tucking the bum, tucking the head. rocking through this position, feeling that pull through the back. Good job, guys. I'm gonna leave you here to do some stretching on your own. If you enjoyed this video, if you found value in this workout, share it with a friend or subscribe to my channel to just stay updated with more workouts that I upload. If you worked out with me today, I would love a thumbs up. I am so grateful for all of you when I'm working out here in my garage. I don't feel alone, even though I am alone. I feel like I know that there's people on the other side of this phone who are taking it all in, that are progressing, that are working hard for their goals, and it almost makes me emotional because if there's just one person out there that I can help become a healthier version of themselves or change their mood for that day, make them a better, more patient, happier person for their kids, for their spouse, for their job, whatever it might be, that's enough for me. So thank you again for being here, and we'll see you next time.